Started off with a bang.
Oh, that's where we're starting.
Back. Mortal Kombat was trash.
La 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 la.
No introduction, nothing. It's Mortal Kombat was
goodness
hot trash.
Are we recording now?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Okay.
Listen, I'm pretty sure it's limited to 30 minutes, so we might have to like stop it and I'll send the link out again to finish everything up.
I mean, if I was here on time, and again, I love to be punctual, but today was kind of off. But if it happens, I'll do the link so it'll be for the full term. Then you know what I'm saying?
Cool. All right. So what is this episode 30? I think this is our 30th episode.
Yeah, 130.
Oh, nice.
Yes, milestone.
The big milestone. 3. I like the number 3.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So how y'all want to do this, man? Because I want to talk about these movies. Let me ask you.
Already flamed us up, so come on.
Nah, just.
All right. So do we want to stay in the non-spoiler territory, or do we just want to go all in?
I think we should go all in because this gonna be our only review.
We need to tell people
give them a warning
if you don't want to go.
That's it.
Okay.
Like it's an orgy and it's about to start happening. It's like 11:30. Y'all had the social part is over. So if you're not down with what's about to happen, it's
time to go home.
The exits. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. All right. Well,
that being said,
before we start, I got one gripe, just one small gripe.
Okay.
Maybe because I'm an old school gamer, there was no tournament in this movie. Everything was tournament.
It makes sense though. It makes sense. Hold on, you know what? Before we get into it, this is what I want to do too, because originally I wanted to talk about obviously the 3 shows and the 2 shows in the movie, and then also touch on like the shootings or whatever. I don't really want to do the shootings now. Because you know what? I figured like with all 3 of these movies, well, with 2 shows and 1 movie, we got enough for like a whole show. And I think it's been said. Like I've been like arguing back and forth about this girl getting shot. That jump really pissed me off yesterday. So I don't really want to be all excited talking about this stuff and then have to go into real, you know what I'm saying? It's on y'all. If y'all want to talk about it,
No. I feel you, but I think that maybe if there was space to reference it, maybe referencing it in junction with like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because they're the closest in this like little trifecta to talking about like real life.
Right.
I'm with that.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I'm kind of like you, Chris. It's too much, man.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
and it's such a messed up.
It's not gonna be used, is it?
We might use part of it because we're recording now, but yeah. But it's like the fact that it happened. I guess we kind of talk about it now. The fact that it happened on the day that Chauvin gets escorted to jail, which was hilarious to me. I mean, I was happy, but just seeing him have to like go to jail and looking at his eyes, I was like, that's what you get. You know what I'm saying? But then, you have a tragedy, a 15-year-old girl, 16, she gets shot. And it's one of those things. There's just no, it's not black and white either. It's just a messed up situation all the way around. You know what I'm
grays,
saying?
Man. It's all grays.
A lot of gray. Because I'm like, if I was the girl who almost got stabbed, I would be thanking the cop. But then if I was the parent of the girl who got shot, I'm like, why you didn't use a taser? Right.
I am with that on both sides. If I was the parent of the child who was about to be stabbed, I don't still want the cop to kill this other kid. Like right. you have other options. Even if shooting her was the option, you don't know how to hit no other parts of her body. You don't know how to shoot her in the leg. You don't know how to hit her in the shoulder. You don't know how to fire a warning shot and startle her.
You know what?
To death.
Great. It is triggering. But you know what though? And I was watching the Breakfast Club yesterday. Envy and Charlamagne were kind of going back and forth on it, and I saw it from 2 different sides. So yes. In my opinion, the cop was too trigger happy. because what happened to de-escalate in situations? You know, it wasn't a situation. It wasn't a terrorist attack. Nobody had semi-automatic, rifles running around. It was a fight. From what I saw, it was 4 or 5 people fighting. It's like 5 or 6 cops. Go in there and de-escalate the situation. But that being said, is like the girl was and it really looked like she was about to stab her. So it's like, I'm like this. If forget being a cop, if I just me myself rode up to a situation where I have a gun and I see my kid about to get stabbed, I'm shooting and I'm not aiming for legs. I'm just shooting. All I'm thinking about is making sure my kid is safe. But as a cop, you got to be held to a higher standard. You know what I'm saying? You can't be held to the same standard that I, as a father, would be held to. You're supposed to protect and serve everybody, not just, So it's a rough situation.
You signed up for a dangerous job. The job involves danger.
Exactly.
It involves putting yourself in a dangerous situation, and it involves putting yourself in between someone else in danger.
Mm-hmm.
And for that, I do agree. But I don't agree with the loss of life in any sense. There was no reason for it. None.
You know what it is too? Cops aren't trained to hit for body parts. Cops are trained to shoot to kill.
Yep.
That's the training.
That's awful. But I also know a full-grown woman who restrained a young girl who had a weapon and managed to not get themselves stabbed and managed to not hurt the child. I'm not going to tell that story because it's not my business, but being that I've heard something like that from an ordinary person, a woman, and although I believe in the strength of women, I just want to put it in perspective that if a woman who is not trained to do any of this stuff can do it, then a police officer who has at least gone through some physical conditioning and probably, some strength training could restrain a child, a teenager.
Right. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, it again, believe in the strength of women, but you're a grown man restraining a young girl. You could do that.
You can do it, right? You have the power. You know what I'm saying? It's tragic, man.
All around, man. I mean, and I'll give my thoughts about it once I gather more information and really space my thoughts out. And also, I think too, a lot of people jump to a knee-jerk reaction, which is by all means not bad. But we know in a lot of these type of situations, there's always things that are left out. You know what I'm saying? And people jump out the window too early. So before I do that, I want to just take emotion out of it because that's all you feel at first. It's just raw emotion. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So I'm away on it. All around, it's fucked up. No matter how you look at it, for the parents, from us as Black people, from a justice standpoint, all around, it's just out of whack. So yeah.
Definitely, and our condolences to the family of Ma'Khia Bryant. It's
yes.
definitely not an easy time because she was a kid. She was a kid.
Yeah.
Ain't no two ways about it.
Mm.
Man, that sucks. But on a lighter note, let's go ahead and actually do the introduction because we didn't even do the introduction to the show.
Right,
so I'm gonna put on my introduction face. Hold on. I'm doing some Tai Chi. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get our chakras in line and all of that shit. Yo, welcome everybody to this episode of the Geek Salad Podcast. This is episode 30. I am Arye the King. That's G, and today we have a special guest, Jiggly Senpai 3. How you doing, girl?
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yo, thanks for being on.
To get into some stuff today with you guys.
Oh,
that was so. We're ready for it. We're ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some boxing music in there, you know what I'm saying, like something from Rocky or whatever.
I got mitts in the other room. Don't play me.
Oh wow, she ready. She ready. All right, look. So on today's show, we're going to talk Invincible. We're going to talk the finale of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and we're going to talk the spoiler alert trash that is Mortal Kombat.
Whoa, trash. That's kind of harsh, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, bump that, yo. We coming in controversial. We coming in. I had too much coffee. I don't care, and I'm not stopping.
All right. let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, man. So, all right. So everybody has seen Mortal Kombat. Question: did y'all watch it in the theater or on HBO Max?
I watched it on HBO Max.
HBO
Alright.
Max.
In
Okay,
Yeah.
same here.
my
Okay,
room.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I would have
Had
been
it-
so mad at the movies.
You know
I
what?
would have been mad.
To me, it felt like this was a very good like limited series finale. Cause the way that it was shot, it didn't feel like a big budget movie to me. You know what I'm saying? Some to get kind of geeky. Some of the cuts, some of the transitions was like, why is this here? Why is that here? But beyond that though, I thought it was an entertaining movie. Story was meh, but it could have used more Scorpion. I would, right? Yeah, more Scorpion. Uh, I would have loved to see an actual tournament style. But as to what you were saying, Chris, you saying it makes sense. So give me why. Give me some of your favorite moments, your critiques, and all the other good stuff.
Let me tell you why the fact that there was no tournament make the most sense. I was watching, what is that joint? I think it's Cinema Sense on YouTube. If you ever get a chance to catch it, watch it. Cinema Sense. It's great. So the dude pretty much just breaks down movies, and this whole thing is no movie is without saying. Every movie has mistakes or whatever. He points it out comedically or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What is the point of having a tournament and you having to win 10 tournaments in a row in order to take over another round and all of that type of stuff? If Shang Tsung is going to cheat every single time, what's the point? It would be like playing the Super Bowl, right? And one of the teams is not, kind of cheating, maybe deflating a football or something, doing stuff like that. No, blatantly cheating. Like they're bringing on 10 additional players to play, like just stuff like that. Why? You know what I'm saying? It takes the whole purpose of there being a tournament and throws it out the window. Shang Tsung was trying to beat up and kill the Earth's warriors before they could even come to a tournament. So it makes sense that Raiden was like, all right, well, y'all go get his dudes. And all his dudes end up dying and there's no tournament. It makes perfect sense. In fact, the only reason there was a tournament in the original Mortal Kombat game and movies back in the day is because it was a fighting game. So you had to have some level of sport to it. You beat one guy, you go on to the next guy, and if you beat everybody, you're the champion. But other than that, a tournament made zero sense.
See my face?
What is that? What is this face, man? What you call that face?
I'll hold my thoughts. Jiggling. What do you think?
Listen, I thought
Zoolander face.
the movie was excellent.
Oh my god.
That's high praise right there.
Let me tell you why.
Excellent. Oh
Okay.
my god.
Because it gave me everything I came for.
Mhm.
I came for bad acting, awesome fights with blood and guts. I came to
Okay.
see my favorite characters from a video game of my pastime
Mhm.
whoop ass. And what did I get? That. What did I appreciate? The pacing. There was always a fight. And just when I thought that it was getting too fucking people-y,
Uh-huh.
somebody punched somebody. Somebody threw a fireball. That's what I came for. I knew that this movie was going to be shitty because they all were. They were great, but they were shitty.
Okay.
In that respect, this movie was everything. I can't wait to watch it again. Oh my gosh.
So, hey.
The gore was so fucking perfect. And then, like, there were moments when they would just be like, fatality. And I was like, yes, they fucking did it!
It was kind of cringe though. It was.
That's what I came for. And that's why I thought it was excellent. Was it a great movie? No. But I was sitting here watching this last night with my roommate, and she legit said, this makes up for Godzilla versus Kong.
Okay. Oh, did you snort? Was that... Yo, we got it. I gotta loop. I'm gonna loop that. I'm gonna like. Oh, that's good.
I do.
Good.
I snort, and when
That's
I
good.
think it's really
Snort.
funny or something catches me off guard, I will.
That's great, man. That's excellent. You know what she's actually saying? She's saying that she low key hate watched it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Look, okay. Let me explain.
No.
Let me explain what we do because we got a segment on the show.
No, what I need you to do is not try to bend this toward me agreeing with you because I don't.
Oh, I just said you hate watched it. See, you didn't let me explain. See, this is
dark side.
This is why men and women don't really get together for real and don't get along. This right here. I'm not saying that you was agreeing with me, even though technically you kind of are agreeing with me. But that's not even. I was gonna save that for later. This is what I'm talking about. We got a segment where we talk about hate watching, right? Shows that are so bad, movies that are so bad that it's actually entertaining for you. So based upon that definition, I would say you kind of hate watched Mortal Kombat because you love how bad it was.
I do love how bad it was, but I don't hate it. I didn't hate
not hate. You know. Okay.
See, right. All right.
What's
like a perfect.
I love how bad
I love
it was.
love that.
A perfect explanation of a hate watch. It's like watching, for me, the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I hate everything about Housewives. I hate the drama. I hate the cattiness. But for some reason, I can't look away. You know, it's like waiting for that train wreck to happen. That's hate watch. But this movie, for me, and for Jiggly, I'm getting the sense that it wasn't that. It was, it was some bad acting. You know, Luke Kane was being extra monkey.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying? Just being extra Luke Kane. Raiden was being extra godly, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Now Kano, that's my dude. Yo. Every scene he was in, he chewed up all of the dialogue every single time. So Chris, don't do that. Don't do that, man. Don't do that, man.
He was put in the movie just so the movie would have a little bit of attitude. Everybody in the movie was bland and plain, and like he literally was the only bit of flavor in the movie, and not that much flavor.
And the actor who played him, I don't have his name, but he's a comedic actor.
Okay.
So he was like intentionally the comic relief, and he did his job. He did what he was there to do.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Now I am mad that they killed my favorite character in Mortal Kombat, Kung
Lao.
Yo,
Kung Lao was my dude.
One of the good guys had to die. You know what I'm saying?
But not him.
No,
not the man that had the coolest accessory in the damn movie. That hat, yo. You see it? You feel me?
No, side note. This is my one gripe with that character. This over time, right? How is his hat sharp, but yet he can still just hold it? How is it sharp enough to cut somebody's head off, but at the same time he could just?
You know why? Because he's fucking Kung Lao.
Motherfucking plot armor. Doesn't matter.
Kung Lao. Oh my god.
That's why, man. That's why.
I guess you can hold it like this to the relative. Okay, I guess, man. I guess.
You know, every time it goes like that, you're like, yo.
You know what though? I will say this though. It was the best Mortal Kombat movie.
Yes.
True.
So I can give it that. It was the best Mortal Kombat movie. It's funny because I just seen all the memes. People don't believe in waiting a day before they spoil stuff anymore. It was like the meme was like the first 5 minutes Mortal Kombat dope, then the whole rest of the movie was like what? So I already knew that coming in, and I had a feeling they was gonna kind of tie in Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge, kind of tie that in somehow.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, and they did, but it definitely needed more scope, and I agree with you on that.
Man, that was the biggest letdown. Like, again, y'all doing this for spoilers. Like he's in the first 7 minutes of the movie, and then he's in like probably the last 7 minutes in the last of the movie. It starts with him, then throughout the entire movie, it's about, well, not about, but it's his bloodline needs to be wiped out for whatever reason. We don't know. It's just the Lin Kuei just wants to wipe out, Hanzo's legacy, Cole. And to be honest with you, from the trailers, I never cared who Cole was. And at this point, I still don't care what Cole is. But apparently, somehow he awakened Scorpion's spirit. That shit didn't make no sense to me, but okay, I'll go with it. And then here comes Scorpion for 5 minutes, probably less than that, and then he leaves. Like, Come on, y'all. That could have given us some more Scorpion.
Yeah.
Dude was the best. Okay, so I want to look his name up because this dude is a monster.
You know,
Hiroyuki Sanada. This dude is. I remember the first time I saw him in a movie. It was what's the name of that movie? Oh, it was The Last Samurai. Starring Tom Cruise.
Okay.
The Last Samurai. Starring Tom Cruise. But anyway, so like he was like chopping people's heads off in that movie. So ever since then, like I've been a big fan of his. I think he's the best part of the movie. The best part. Like it's not even close.
Okay.
His acting was best. In fact, the only good acting in the movie was at the beginning when he Sub-Zero, left him for dead and he was dying. He was inching up trying to get to his family. That was the only good acting in the movie.
Okay.
I wish I could have been able to watch him fight more. Like
me too.
I needed more Scorpion fighting. I needed more Scorpion fighting Sub-Zero, to be honest with you. And that final scene, it was kind of underwhelming. I was kind of getting a little bit like this is the climactic fight, but for me, there was redemption when he took his mask off and flamed him up.
Oh, you know that was coming.
This thing kind of sucks, but then okay, all right.
I'll
take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I enjoy that.
Morning breath.
Their masks off a lot. You guys notice that? Like
yeah,
every time
I
they
noticed
went
that.
to talk, they pulled it off. It kind of reminded me of like, life right now, like today, like people pull their mask off to like speak because you can't hear them when when their mask is on their face.
True.
Third eye open right there.
Let me try to order some food with your mask on. You know what I'm saying? You be at the counter. Yeah, let me get a number one. What? So me gotta get a number one. Huh? Like fuck COVID. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? This times we living in, man. It's some bull job. But all right. Okay, so from a 1-10 rating, like let's start with you, Jiggly. What you give the movie?
9.
Go home. Go home.
Listen,
9. Okay.
I say 9, but 9 is for me. 9, it says that I'm gonna watch this again.
Yeah.
And I'm probably gonna watch this again before my weekend's over. But it's not like I must tell everyone that they have to stop what they're doing and watch this. Because for me, that's what 10 is.
What? Okay, so let me ask you this: what movie would you say is a 10 for you?
Let me also remind you of my criteria and why I enjoy this movie. Okay. I'm not saying that this is an excellent piece of cinema. I'm saying that I enjoyed this movie at a 9.
Okay.
What's a 10 for you? What would it take to get you to a 10?
Let me think about what I've seen recently. I don't know. I have to get back to you on that.
Okay. Respect.
Cool.
What about you, man?
I give it a solid 6. A solid 6. Okay. And the only reason if this was the first Mortal Kombat movie, I would give it below a 6. Because to me, in my opinion, 5 would be average. So to me it's below average. So it's probably like a 4. The reason I get
getting on a Mortal Kombat scale.
Yeah, that's kind of part of it too. The fact that it's the best Mortal Kombat movie allows me to give it a 6. But I mean, the plot holes, the bad acting, the Goro. It wasn't Goro. That was the Incredible Hulk with a nose job and an extra couple of arms. That's what that was.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, yo, he looked like the Incredible Hulk, but just tan. Pretty much, man. Hulk. Right.
That's it reminded me. Y'all remember when I can't even remember their main character's name because it wasn't important. But who are you? What was this random character? New challenger. But when he was breaking into the facility and he like pulled his car up and he backed his car up to the fence and he ran up over the top and he jumped and he like flipped and rolled down.
This is another movie?
No, this is the same movie. It was a scene that was totally unnecessary. They built up so much. You don't remember that?
You talking about Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
I remember that part.
Hold on, what? Hold on, describe this. Wait, who did it? Who did it?
It was the main guys.
Cole.
Scorpion's
it was
bloodline.
Cole.
What's Cole? Cole.
Yeah.
That's the name. So It's before he fights Gordo, I believe.
Okay.
He's backing up
Uh-huh.
to break into somewhere. He backs the SUV up to a fence that has barbed wire.
Oh yeah, and then he flips over
And
it.
he goes and jumps over the barbed wire, like jumps and does a little stupid ass tuck and roll.
There was no reason.
Unnecessary. It was so elaborate.
It just looked cool.
Not even include that for
It because it looks cool. That's literally the only reason.
Look what I can do. It was
Like I could do a perfect flip over this SUV that nobody needs me to do. No advantage given by me doing that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
But
That's wild.
one of those holes. Just like, huh?
It's holes. It's like, why are you just like plot holes? What about you, G?
I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
I think I'll give it one more shot on the bigs because I seen it on like on my little screen, whatever. So I'm gonna play with the surround sound to make me feel as if I'm in the theater. You know what I'm saying? And give it one more shot. It's kind of like watching Justice League or like Man of Steel. Like you got to give it like one more shot to see if it like sticks with you. You know what I'm saying? But overall 7. I like the action. I like the gore. I love Kano off top. I mean, it's an okay movie. It's meh.
Go ahead.
Amazing. I am not like super into gore. I don't usually enjoy that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like action movies, and I understand that comes with the territory. Usually when I watch gore, I'm like, that was nasty, but it was cool. Watching Mortal Kombat, I was like, bring it on. Like, it was that scene when Kung Lao flew the girl down across his hat and like split her whole shit open. I was just like, this is so awesome. It was great gore.
That's probably my favorite part. Then he was like, fatality. I'm like, that's it. Mortal Kombat, baby. That's it right there, man.
What do you think was the best fatality in the movie?
That's the one.
The last one?
That's the one.
I would say that was the coolest looking one. I would say it's the coolest looking one when he saw in that. That's straight from the video game.
Right.
But to me, the coolest one is the final joint, man. Like he flames up Sub-Zero, he gets revenge. Side note, and this is touch on a recurring thing that we've been saying. You need more Scorpion. It's a revenge story for Scorpion, and Scorpion's in it for a total of 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I would rather have watched the whole. Can you imagine did y'all see the cartoon version of Scorpion's Revenge?
Yep.
So Scorpion's Revenge, the cartoon, kind of like you could take a big part of that cartoon and take all the middle of this movie out where you got people fighting for whatever reason, and you can put that in there and it just be all Scorpion. So it'll look like Scorpion family get killed, he dies, he goes to hell, but then he finds how to get powers or whatever, manages to crawl his way out of hell, and now he's out for revenge. That just sounds like a better movie than, okay, Scorpion is here, Scorpion's family gets killed, he goes to hell, he disappears, and then we got these people getting these random dragon tattoos and getting powers. They some Power Ranger elements in it. I don't know. You know what? I will say this though. I think it was kind of a dope touch to have them. They made it so you could, if you were a chosen person for the tournament, eventually, if you got mad or you reached a certain level, you could get powers. Right. That was something that they never did in another movie before. I think that was a nice touch. But they just kind of went bonkers with it. So Kano, he can shoot a laser beam. That don't even sound like a power. That sounds like something a machine would do. And then old boy Jax with his arms, he gets more metallic. So you telling me the Elder Gods is giving people technology? That don't even seem right. It seemed like they would have just grew his regular arms back and made them godly strong or something. Right. Nah, it's cybernetics. I feel like a 15-year-old wrote this script, man. He was like, how can we make this more dope? And he just, with his 15-year-old mind, just put the stuff.
That's kind of annoyed at that, to be honest. Watching Cole get his Arcana and get like his little gold arms and breastplate and all that, and then it
Yeah.
flips over to a scene with Jax, who's a black man, and this nigga still got baby arms. I was very upset at that for a second, and then like it
Triggered.
flipped and he got his and like his arms fleshed out, but
Yeah.
just the back and forth on that scene, I was like, what?
Right.
Yeah.
You
It's
guys think we'll get sequels or spin-offs?
I think so. I think so. I mean, hopefully it will do good enough in the theaters to where they can recoup and then make another one. And if they do, please hire the guys that did the raid because the action in that movie is bananas. I don't know if y'all seen Raid 1 or Raid
Yeah.
2, but
Yeah.
damn, give me something like that with some powers mixed into it.
Yeah.
Go.
Yo, that would be bananas. That's the movie.
Mhm.
See, Raid was a movie talking about gore that I watched, but I watched like, through my fingers. It was
Yeah.
just nasty. There was blood everywhere.
But the second one was even crazier. I'm talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
just limbs breaking and heads getting bashed in. I'm like, yo, but the fight scenes were so intricate and so detailed. I mean, like, I have never seen action hand in hand like on that level in a long time. Like there's probably maybe a handful that can like top that. You know what I'm saying?
so
So
it's a kung fu flick.
no, man, no. It's the first raid was about like Thailand police trying to take over a drug lord in this building. So when the police come in, they're locked in. So they're trying to get it up to the top, and everybody trying to kill him. Boom. Part two, cop was on the cover trying to get close to like a mob kingpin. He goes to jail to get close with his son. They get out of jail, and he tries to like take down like a kingpin. From there, it just gets crazier and crazier. Dude,
Yeah.
you have to watch it. Start with Ray 2 first. Ray 1 is cool, but
Start with the second one.
because you see, Ray 2, it doesn't really dig that much back into the first one. Like the only thing it's like, yo, my brother, he's shot. Oh damn, I gotta avenge him. That's it. That's all you gotta know. And then from there, man, I'm telling you, man, Ray 2 is that shit. Go watch
I have
it.
to check that out.
Choreography in those movies was absolutely amazing. If you want to watch good fights, yo. And then homeboy Mad Dog, he was in both. He was in both movies, but he played a different character in the second one. But you
Why not,
still
right?
got to see him tear ass. It was great.
Yo, dude was like 5'2", kicking ass.
Wow.
Kicking ass, man. But he dope.
Yeah.
And then I think there's like a brother and a sister. One has a bat, and shorter girl with the shades on has two hammers. She's in a train trying to get to one guy with some security guards. Dog, when I say she fucks them up with them hammers, man. Yo, if I can pull it up, I could, man. Go to YouTube, type in Raid 2 hammer scene. You would be amazed. Trust me.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
I'll have to check that out. Side note, G. So Jiggly is actually she's one of the hosts on Girls Can't Geek. Did I get the name right?
That's what's up.
Girls Can't Geek.
Yo,
Yes.
yo, we have a group chat on IG. It's me, it's G, it's our boy Nick, and
Tay.
Tay. Yeah, Tay. So it's like this group chat has been there for like 3 years. Like when I say like Nick has shared so much of your stuff or y'all stuff, and I didn't even know it.
Really?
But it's like I would look on a link and it'd be like Girls Can't Geek, and it'd be like another post. So we actually been rocking with y'all for a minute, but like I never put two and two together. Yeah.
Long time.
Okay, solid.
Yeah,
Y'all follow?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I follow
But
y'all.
do y'all follow back though? Because y'all are big in Hollywood and everything, but y'all 10 million subscribers. Congratulations. Well, you know what's now, so
Yeah,
definitely.
we're 14K. Yes, we know it's
Yes.
now. We know it's now.
That's what's up,
But
man.
please, if you are listening or watching, go ahead and head over to Instagram, follow Girls Can't Geek. Definitely follow me, Jiggly Senpai 3, also on Instagram. Girls Can't Geek is a great space. It's for everybody. It's not just women, but we seek to, highlight and empower women in the gaming, anime, nerd world space. We don't play that misogyny shit. We love Goku, but we will fight DBZ fanboys.
I love that. I love that, man. Cause like no lie, in our chat, we constantly repost some of y'all stuff just for our chat. Cause this shit be so damn funny. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? Like I'm talking about like every time. Cause see, normally me, when I used to not be on Instagram a lot, I will always go to y'all page and be like, man, let me just get a good couple laughs in, man, because it's
Yeah.
shit that I relate to. You know what I'm saying? Like all of the DBZ, the Dragon Ball memes, or just whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, this shit is hilarious, man. So I
Shout
gotta
out
give it to
to
y'all.
SD Trinity. SD Trinity is my co-host on Girls Can Geek, and
Mm,
she is the brain behind the memes. She is the meme queen. She
okay,
keeps us all rolling. So y'all go and follow her as well.
How did
we'll
y'all hook
do.
up?
Yeah, we'll do, man.
No, really. I found Girls Can Geek through SD Trinity. SD Trinity is hilarious. And I don't know how, the internet, you just click things. And one day I found her page and I was like, she has me rolling. And then that led me to Girls Can Geek. And, being part of the community, hanging out in the Discord. If you guys want to join our Discord, welcome to. Hit me up. I'll send you the link. But it just became a space where we could all like fellowship and do this geek thing together, and through that I started to host on the show. We talk outside of our watch parties. We have watch parties on Fridays and Sundays. And so, we're watching an episode, following a show. We just watched all three of these movies, the movie and the shows that we're talking about today. But
Mhm.
we watch things together, and then we talk and we have commentary and we talk about geek stuff and we talk about real life. And it's just really nice to connect with other people who like the things that you like, but then also other Black and brown people who like the things that you like, and
No.
then another layer, other girls for me who like the things that I like.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
It's dope, man. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I would love to be a part of one of y'all discords, but I don't know what Discord is. You know what I'm saying? Is it kind of like Clubhouse in a way?
Yes, but maybe
It's like your own
better.
server. It's like your own
Yeah,
server.
it's your
Yeah.
own server. I didn't know about Discord until I joined the Discord, and I'm still learning about it, but it's a fun space. It's
Okay.
um it's like walking into like a virtual community center. And there's like all of these different rooms. We talk about wellness, we talk about video games, we talk about manga.
Hmm.
When I got into it, we were playing Among Us together. Like,
Word.
somebody showed me Among Us and I was like, I have to play this every day. I was really addicted to the game for like 2 months.
Yo, that's how it be with a new video game that you like. You just like you can't put it down for a while.
Yeah, definitely. But we talk about a lot of things. It's a great community.
Hmm.
Again, safe for everybody to join. We don't condone misogyny. We don't condone racism or hatred. But other than that, it's good vibes. We respect your opinion, respect who you are. Come and join us and let's have fun.
Oh,
Because I live in an apartment, and having dog over a certain weight or certain breeds aren't allowed. So I
gotcha.
decided to go with this guy because he's little, but he got a lot of power. He's
Okay.
really strong for his size.
So what they say, like you can't have like pit bulls or something? Or what
Oh yeah,
breeds?
no, you can't have pit bulls. They don't
Yeah.
like German shepherds.
Mm.
Sometimes they list bulldogs. You can't have bulldogs.
What?
Definitely not a Rottweiler,
Yeah,
chows.
Hey.
understand that.
Um, and
Child,
then just
really?
dogs over like
Child.
usually dogs over 20 or 25 pounds
Uh
are
huh.
not allowed even in places where they like accept pets.
Mm. Damn
So
shame, man.
That's
Hating
real.
on the
yeah.
dog show. Mm.
Hating on the dogs, man.
Bastards.
I may listen because I'm not really a dog person. I like other people's dogs. So if I go up to if I come to your house, you got a dog, I'm gonna play with them. You know what I'm saying? Like rub the ears, all that good stuff. But I don't know. My allergies won't.
You don't
My
want to bring it down.
allergies would not allow it. Plus, I don't like cleaning up after animals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just me. But yo, back in the day when I worked at some call center, it won't Bank of America, G, because me and G actually both used to work at Bank of America call center.
Oh.
It was somewhere, and I made the mistake of saying something about a pit bull. I was like, yo, you know, like some pit bulls is crazy. They're like, you know, haul off and bite you. When I say like half of the floor just like all in unison, was like, what you mean? What you talking about? Like, I was like, word though. The pit bull love is, shout out to X. The pit love is real. Like it's
Yeah, it really is.
People
It
love
really
pit bulls.
is. The dog community is interesting. This is my first dog since childhood.
Okay.
I never had space in like work to be able to like be a responsible pet owner. And now I'm working from home, so I had the opportunity. Um, it's been interesting. He's definitely showing me a lot about myself. Dogs will show up and show you like how inconsistent you are.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
It will. Like no lie, our little pup, he gravitates to me out of everybody in the house. So everywhere I go, he is right there. He is my shadow. If I go down on the couch and just chill out, he's right there by my side. The minute I get up, he's like, "Yo, where we going, man? Where we going, son?" You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I mean, like real talk. He to me, he's a child. No lie.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's my third child. So it's love, man. I love it though. I love
He,
it.
he is definitely my fur baby. I'm not one. No shade to anybody who likes to dress up their pets, but I'm not. I don't believe in it.
We always thought it was weird.
He is a small dog.
Oh,
He has a sweater. He has one sweater because
right.
sometimes it's cold, and that's it.
Right.
But he's my fur baby. He's my fur child. And it's up to me to make sure that he has a happy life.
There you go. There you
That's
go.
it.
Hey, Chris, are we recording still?
Dogs are loyal, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's
Okay.
All right, so we about to jump into
let's get into
more gore with
Yeah,
Invincible.
but I wanted to ask you because looking at y'all on my IG page, I see a lot of anime memes. What's your favorite anime for this year so far? I guess year to date. There's a whole lot that has came out. So what's your favorite?
I'm gonna say that I'm not as current as that question would like me to be.
Okay.
I'll say right now, I am watching a bunch of things.
Okay.
The one that's getting the most attention right this moment is Fire Force because I'm trying to get through it.
Okay.
I got stuck at on Fire Force in the beginning. I could not get past the second or third episode for a real long time. Everybody was like, "This anime is great," and I started trying to watch it when it first dropped.
Right.
But I'm not making it very fast, very far. But I really want to get through it. I refuse to watch the last few available episodes of Attack on Titan because I'm not gonna sit and wait. I'm not gonna sit and wait a whole year to watch the last one.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stop. I did the same thing with that show Netflix years ago, The Get Down. Like I waited. I was like, oh, y'all about to split this in half? Cool. I'm not gonna watch the next episode yet because I don't want to be sitting and waiting. I need to like run through this whole thing.
Okay. Okay.
I really enjoyed Demon Slayer.
You didn't like it, G?
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Demon Slayer.
I didn't see it,
but I liked it. I really liked it. I haven't watched the movie yet.
Me either.
But I really liked the show.
Okay. I think all right. So the kind of tip this off. Fire Force. I love the animation. The story, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? I love Attack on Titan. It's good. It's good. It's tense. Sometimes the episodes falter, but it's all for like a build up of like things to come. I wish you could have seen what happens in the last 3 episodes, because damn, it goes there. Also, Netflix has a show called The Great Pretender. That show is
it?
It's a heist show, kind of like in the spirit of Lupin the Third. You know what I'm saying? But it's more relatable. You know what I'm saying? But that is a great anime.
I believe in my my queue. My queue is
Mhm.
long, y'all. My queue is real long.
Okay.
It's real long. Because here's the
What
thing.
else?
Like I know, again, no shade. This is just how I feel. I like to watch sub, but I don't always have time to sit down and watch sub.
Right.
And I'm not gonna waste my time listening in English because to me, the the weight and the importance of certain things is lost in translation.
Mm-hmm.
So if it already sounds off in English, like in the first one or two episodes, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch it in Japanese. And if
Right.
I like it better in Japanese, then this is something that I have to wait until I have time to watch.
I feel you.
Like my queue is very long.
Okay. Oh, one more. Jujutsu Kaisen, if I'm saying that right.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah. Now that's a fun show to watch right there.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to add that one. I've been seeing a lot about it.
Yeah. Like just last year, I learned the terms of what like shonen means. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, it is a shonen type of show where like Chris, like shonen means typical boy gets stronger through fighting and his friends are like around him. You know what I'm saying? That's what a shonen is, right? But this one is a bit more on like the supernatural horror aspect. And the animation is so damn slick. You will find yourself just rewinding just the intricate moves that they make within like their actual action scenes. So I think this off of that right there, it's a great watch.
That I can get down with that. I love whether it's animated or it's real people. I love watching a neatly choreographed fight scene.
So
I know Chris isn't as up on his
we was talking
anime
about
for the
that
most
earlier.
part. Yeah,
it's not even that. I don't. Some of it I don't like, man. I would say the animation and the fighting with anime in general, on the top tier ones, is like something you would never see. Like you can tell on some like we were talking about choreography earlier, fight choreography. You can tell they legit in their animation. They seen actual like kung fu masters like doing. Like you can tell they got a video of that, the real people doing it, and they just translated that into animation because it's that dope. I like that element of it, but I've always been more of like I don't like how they do stuff sometimes. It's weird. I don't know. And then the eyes is all big. It freaks me out. I have nightmares. Don't judge me. So I like some animes. I'm just not like, oh, what's the new joint? What's the new anime? I'm more into like superhero cartoons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel you.
Everybody's allowed to like what they like.
Mm-hmm.
You make me feel very safe and accepted, Jiggly. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Definitely appreciate you.
Oh yeah. I guess this is a great segue to hop into Invincible, episode 7. So by y'all faces, I'm assuming y'all seen it.
That's
so. All right. So let's get into it. So first of all,
quick synopsis.
What are y'all quick thoughts about it? How much did you love it, hate it, nitpicks? Go.
I was pretty tense the whole time. It was great. Great. There was a lot to unpack. I was like, oh my gosh, are they gonna tell Mark? Wait, can I spoil? Are we spoiling?
Yes, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are they gonna tell Mark before he gets to his dad? Is his dad gonna spill the beans before he gets to it was nuts. Oh my gosh. It was nuts. It was nuts.
It was so much of what I loved about the comic book they're putting it into the show, and there's slight differences between the comic and the show, obviously, because you're talking about two different mediums or whatever. But I really appreciate them sticking to the feel of the comic book, because in this episode you had so much of what made the comic book great. So you got Invincible's love life getting jacked up because that's what it is. You got Curveball, so he finally reveals his superhero identity to his girlfriend, and she like, nigga, I knew you was a superhero. You know what I'm saying? It's like every other time in every other movie you see that the girl's like, oh my god, I never knew. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then they just fall in love. She was like, nigga, I knew you was a superhero. I still don't like you. We still breaking up. So stuff is going wrong. in his personal life. Then you got Omni-Man doing his thing where you don't know whether he's going to be good or bad or what. He does that a few times. Then you got Cecil always having another trick up his sleeve. This dude threw out like 17 different things to try to stop Omni-Man because he knows Omni-Man's like, it's basically like trying to stop a nuclear bomb. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't got nothing that can stop. What, you gonna shoot him? He's bulletproof. Nothing we got is stronger than him. He just took out a whole team of superheroes some months back. There's nothing we can do, but he's still throwing out all the stops. And there was this one little piece of dialogue between Cecil and what's Invincible's mother's name? Deborah. I think it's Deborah. Yeah. So he's like, he was like, I hate you, Cecil. I always hated you for this reason, because like he was pretty much gonna try to kill Invincible and Omni-Man.
Yeah.
Cecil was like, I hate myself for the same reason. And Cecil, he's just so married to his job because, like, forget his personal feelings, forget betraying friends. I do whatever it takes to keep the world safe. So like, I kind of hate myself too. But that's like, to me, that's like the essence of his character, and they nailed it in this episode.
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I saw this episode 4 times, twice yesterday, twice today. I think this one word that really encompasses this episode. There was a lot of momentum in this, from the moment where he left after him and Debbie had a fight. At that point forward, it was just go, go, go. That was it. And I still love the fact how every time we see my favorite characters, the Marvel twins, you hear Run the Jews in the background every time they come up. I think it's dope, on a hip hop aspect, you know what I'm saying? Right. But Robot, I'm not gonna lie, I got emotional when Rudy was talking to the other Rudy as he was dying, like, yo, go live the life that we never could. Have fun. You know what I'm saying? Then he was like, well, maybe we could save the world together. He was like, nah, this was the plan all the time. And I was like, damn, that's kind of deep, yo. It's kind of deep, man. You know what I'm saying? But
like one little manly tear, just like,
yeah, you gotta put it back in your eye. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, how dangerous was it to see where Omni-Man came back to his crib? You got the soldiers in camouflage trying to like shoot him down, and he just easily just pushes them to the side. I mean, the amount of gore in this one was just like, come on, man.
It was a lot. It was a whole lot.
Yeah.
I was here for all of it. Again, like, I'm not.
You sure you don't like going like that? Because
I know, right? Maybe I'm ascending to a new level, because the amount of gore that I was satisfied with last night between Invincible and Mortal Kombat was irregular for me, but it was absolutely amazing. That's something that I really enjoy about Invincible as a whole, is the realness. Like, looking at the animation, it reminded me a lot of like Batman the animated series. Like, it took me straight back to my childhood and watching the style, right? But then you see them and like Batman punches and maybe there's blood, but these guys punch and like niggas' whole face is just like bashed in and skin is ripped back and the tongue is all out to the side. Like, people are getting fucked up. And then you have like these really real moments with the characters where they're really like, what the fuck? And they like have moments like back to the first episode where like Invincible was in his first battle and he was like holding that old lady dying in his arms. No one ever shows those moments in all of these superhero cartoons, movies. No one shows like that real human aspect. And I thought that was pretty amazing for this show. Last night, they took it there. It really, I called it in our watch party, but I knew Robot was like making himself human for Monster Girl. And I knew it. I knew right away. And it was super cute to like see him sit there and like stare at her while everybody else is going, what the fuck, man? And she's just like, oh, I get it. I know. I know.
Yeah.
We here. But
Mhm.
also, nigga, this is weird. So let me go think about this for a second. But
And
then
that's what I
later
like
on, she
about that
came
moment.
around.
Yeah, cause you know, I mean, after he told him like why he did it, they were still like, "Yo, this is fucked up. We need time to really like process this."
Yeah.
And why are you my kid self? I was already fucked up before. Now I'm really fucked up now. You know what I'm saying? So the whole like that scene was great, and just the events of Omni Man trying to catch up to his son, and then Cecil is trying to like slow him down, but nothing is working. To me, the moment that I hated was when he ran into the house across the street, and you know, old boy is trying to run to the computer, and he grabs his spine. I'm like, how painful does that have to be for another man to be holding your spine?
Uh, I always thought it was
I mean, man.
yo,
And
it's
he
all
said,
good.
"Yo, it's been an honor." Like, who are you talking to? The entire crib blows up, and
Right,
then
right.
and then once it's finished, all you see is like little bone fragments in his hand, and then he's off to the next one. I'm like, damn. And then after that, like the talk of the talk between him and Cecil when he was just like teleporting, like that was a dope scene in itself right there as well. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then
Yeah.
at the last
Yeah.
moment where he could have grabbed him. He got a piece of his tie.
Yeah.
I mean, yo,
Yeah.
what can you do with a force of nature like that, man?
Cause
Nothing. They
I'm
couldn't do
just
nothing. They couldn't do nothing.
listen.
Mm.
I'm just going because it's funny because me and Jimmy were talking about this earlier. Like we're not that great with names. Like I never forget a face, but I forget just TV shows and movies. I forget your name in real life too. Like I don't know. You know, it's just one of those things. But I will always remember your face. But so I looked up just the cast of Invincible, and this is legit the greatest cast of voice actors. We're really just actors that's ever been on an animated, definitely animated superhero. I would have to think about animated movie, but I mean, you talking about J.K. Simmons, man. Seth Rogen is in it. Zazie Beetz, the
Yeah.
girl from
She was
Atlanta.
ATL.
It's Atlanta.
Yep.
Atlanta. She
Atlanta,
was
yeah, yeah.
also in Deadpool.
Deadpool 2.
Deadpool
Yep.
too. Mark Hamill, Sandra Oh, the dude Walter Goggins. I don't know by his name, but his face. Can you be able to see it? Nah, it's all I can see it's
Nah.
Black Panther. The dude Kevin Michael Richardson does the Mauler twins. I knew that's the Arby's dude. Now he's done a lot of stuff, but you know we have the meats. That guy,
Oh,
that's him. Like
huh.
it's so many. Mahershala Ali plays Titan.
Titan. Yep.
So much, and it's like, hey, what was I gonna say? Let's see. Seth Rogen is in it. The dude that does Rex Flow, Jason Matzoukis. This
Perfect.
dude is
Perfect casting.
hilarious, man.
Hmm.
I like it's anytime he's on the screen, like I'm laughing. Like I love watching him on Brooklyn Nine-Nine too. Like the stuff he says is just off the wall, ridiculous.
Have you guys seen Big Mouth?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
he's in that too.
He
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
in.
It seems like he's still the same character. Yeah, as
It
Rex
just
Flow.
it works
It
though.
sounds like Jay Bilzerian,
Yeah, it
but
just
with
works.
powers.
Mhm.
Like, dude, what is going on? Like, this the way his delivery is just like hilarious.
Mhm.
Hilarious.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now,
Who does Black Samson's voice?
Black Samson. Let me see.
I'm not even sure myself.
That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like
so you
how,
alright with
how
names?
he comes at Rexplode from time to time.
He does.
Like he's very real and very raw. I don't remember which episode it was, but he was like, "You sound like you want me to beat your ass." I was like, "That's the realest line I've ever heard in like a cartoon. Like that's real life. Like someone would really say, "I'm beat your ass." I
This is
love the
dude-
way they write this show.
His name is Carrie Payton. I've never seen this dude before. Apparently, he has something to do with Disney.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no, it's the dude from the Walking Dead. The guy with the fake gray
For the
dreadlocks.
dreads.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
That guy who had the
He's
pet
British, I
tiger.
think.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
British.
pretty sure he's British.
Yeah. That's dope, man. Okay.
I thought his
Okay.
I thought his voice sounded familiar. So that's
Gotcha.
why. That's my show, man. So they're setting up the big fight between Invincible and Omni Man. That's gonna
Well,
probably good.
before we go there, now Chris and I has read the comics, so we kind of know what to expect. But what do you think may happen in the last episode?
Yo, I don't know. I feel like Omni-Man is about to, like, he has to, because he's gonna have to tell him something, and Mark is gonna, or Invincible is gonna have like a moral conflict, like, do I take down my dad or not? I feel like that's what's about to happen next, because he just saw him murder again. What was dude's name? Immortal. Like, and that was also a great gore scene. Like, I thought it was done when he stuck his hand through his body, and I thought he was just gonna pull his hand out and that was gonna be it. But instead, he sliced that nigga in half with his hand, not a blade, his hand.
Oh, you're gonna see a lot of that.
It was so nasty. And then the way that he turned around and like looked at his son with his bloodshot eyes because they was almost gouged out, but you could still see like the pain of him basically seeing that his son saw him do something like that. And right. I think, like, for his, if he didn't already feel guilty, right, because he knows what he's already done, his son might have just looked at that like, you know, Dad, what are you doing? You know, you killed that dude, but also maybe you were doing your job. I don't know. But the fact that like Omni-Man knows what he's done and has to like explain where he's coming from to his son, and probably feels like, you know, a shitty Viltrumite, because he's not a human, a shitty person. But you could see all of that just like in the look, like, fuck. It was a great scene.
That's why the show is so dope. They know how to. Robert Kirkman does it in everything. Every work I've seen from Robert Kirkman, he does the same thing. He knows how to pull at your heartstrings. So it's like, it's gore, but at the same time, it's like not just gore for gore's sake. It's going to be some gore, but in between the gore, it's going to be something that's going to make you want to cry or feel a certain type of way. Like, he's really good at doing that.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me mention this. What do you think his father is going to tell Mark, as far as like his explanation as to why he's doing the things that he's doing?
I don't know if Omni-Man is a villain or if there is something else about Viltrumites in space that we don't know. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that is what he's going to explain to Mark. Like, what we don't know nothing about Viltrumites or like where they came from really yet as the viewer. We don't know that stuff. So I feel like he's gonna explain sort of like the history of their people and why he is doing whatever he did. But I don't know how Mark's gonna take it, right? Because Mark's half human. Or I keep calling him Mark. His name is Invincible. Whatever. That's his dad.
We know you're
It's Mark. It's Mark. Yeah, I'm on Mark too.
Mark. I feel like he's Mark because I don't feel like he owns Invincible yet. Like he's like in this last episode, he's trying to put that down. He's trying to go be a regular teenager because really, like, you know, he wants to live his human life, and he doesn't understand what his responsibility is other than, this is cool, I have powers. I'll use them for good, but also like I want to go try to fix my relationship with my girlfriend who is dumping me. Or maybe he has been fully dumped. So I don't know. But Mark sounds like he's trying to put that down. So I don't feel like he is invincible yet. But there's definitely going to be some sort of, he's gonna have to do some choosing. He's gonna have to choose up after whatever conversation he has with his dad. He's gonna have to choose up. I don't think he's ready to fight his dad. He's not gonna be able to take Omni-Man unless like he fucking unlocks his Arcana or whatever it is. Like, he gonna have to grow a little more as a Viltrumite. Right now, he can't handle his dad. He can't.
I mean, again, like, knowing so much about the comic, and I'll say, you know, I don't want to ruin the experience of what could happen in the last episode, but if I think the way it's going to go down, it's going to get messy. It's going to get extremely messy. It's going to get emotional, and I I wish for anybody that hasn't seen the series now, hop on just so they can watch the last episode. Cause if it's epic like my mind think it is, then this might go down as probably one of the best, like I guess, Western animated shows, period. You know what I'm saying? So I'll leave it at that until next Friday.
That's a good hanger.
I think it's already the best animated. Okay, I was about to say the best animated superhero cartoon show. I'm not gonna go that far yet. I will say the best animated cartoon show that's more adult oriented. You know what I'm saying? So I look at something like Justice League or whatever, or even not Teen Titans. What's the other joint?
Young Justice.
Young Justice. That's that's teenager up to adults. This is strictly adults. This is rated R, TV, MA. And as far as that category, it's already. I think it's one of the best shows on TV right now. To be honest, forget genre. It's one of the best shows on TV right now.
It kind of gives you like a Game of Thrones vibe because there's so many different plots or different storylines within one show itself.
Yeah.
Because a lot of characters show up, you don't know why, but they will be back later on. Like everybody loved the scene with like Battle Beast. Like he just went away. But from what we know what's going to happen next eventually. But all of these players play some part in the overall the overall storyline of this world of Invincible. So I'm happy that people are watching it because I do want to see a season 2, 3, and 4 until Kurtman can tell his entire story. And then at that point, we can jump into the actual live action bit. But damn, like this episode is the best one. Just again, the amount of tension, like even the scene where he stops William and he's asking like, yo, where Mark is at? The entire time he's like, yo, you were supposed to drop Mark off an hour ago. Where is he? I was like, and then William having no idea what's going on, but he can feel like yo, he's mad about something. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I felt, even though he's a cartoon character, I felt for the kid.
I would have pissed my pants. Legit, pissed my pants.
Yeah.
Like, what's happening right now?
I like his character. I like William. I feel like he's the friend that we all need because he don't sugarcoat nothing from Mark.
Nope.
And Mark was trying to feel sorry for himself and trying to sulk and stay in his feelings. And William was like, nah, we're not gonna do that. And then Mark left and went to try and go get coddled basically by somebody else again because he was trying to shrug off that Invincible. He don't want it no more. He want to go be regular. But I love William for all of his support, but he supports the way like friends should, where they tell you about yourself.
Right, exactly.
They don't let you slide. They still love you, but they're not gonna let you slide. He's a good friend.
I mean, he did make a point. He was like, if you would have saved saved Rick when he was going through your little thing, whatever, like he would have been alive. Like I got to look at him with his brains on this table right now because you didn't act beforehand. So I love the fact that they're portraying Mark as really he's just a kid. He don't have it all together yet.
Yeah.
He's trying to figure things out, and people are dying around him. His girl is breaking up with him. And also, by the way, small caveat, I don't like the Amber hate online right now. You know what I'm saying? Like people are hating Amber for being mad at Mark when he reveals that he's invincible. I'm seeing a lot of it, like on Reddit, Twitter. I'm seeing it, but the way that I'm taking it is like, for her, trust is a big thing. And granted, y'all been together for 5 months, but it's like, if you really claim that you love somebody, you tell them the truth about who you are. And then at that time, like you were saying, she was like, yo, nigga, I knew you was invincible, but you could have told me. At this point, deuces. You know what I'm saying? And people online are like, she could have been more understanding if she knew that he was saving lives. She could have been like, yo, I forgive you and take it back. But I'm like, no, it's like, these are teenagers going through teenager feelings. And back then feelings were like on
level
9,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but
I never got people getting that invested into fiction to where like you don't like a person or don't like it's a fictional character. Like you gotta understand it's a couple of people behind, laptops like typing all of this stuff up. Obviously they put that in there because number one, they gotta break up because he's gonna get together with old girl. Like you see it happen.
You can
right?
see it.
You can see it happen. That's the girl of Invincible's dreams. She just was in a relationship at the time, so he got in another relationship. So number one, they setting that up. But then it's like number two, every time the superhero reveals their identity to the girl, it's always this big moment, like, oh my God, I didn't know. And then like they live happily ever after. So you like, okay, well, how can we do this differently? We've already seen this story 100 times. How can we be a little edgier, a little more exciting, give you something you don't expect? And they put it in there. When people are taking stuff serious, like this is like real life, like who, like go sit down somewhere. Like who, why are you so invested? I can't stand, like, come on, man. Like that's
I'm gonna say something that might be inflammatory. I don't know.
Get it.
People might agree with me, they might not. I don't know.
Let's go
there.
there.
But I kind of love the fact that Amber, as a Black woman, a Black girl, Black character, said, nigga, I already knew he was a superhero. It's basically what she said.
Right.
Like she already knew. She had that intuition. She knew a long time ago because we be knowing.
Oh my God, here we go. You just had, look, I was with you. I was with you. I was with you to that last little bit. Because we be knowing. Like, you just put yourself into it.
I'm going to agree with that, man.
See, she agrees. We be knowing.
The intuition, huh?
There was something there. She knew. I thought that scene was going to go a different way. I didn't think that she knew. I thought she was going to be like, oh, okay, well, that's why. But nah, she was like, I already knew, and I'm still mad at you.
Right. It don't even make no sense, though. Because how she going to say she knew all the time, but yet at the same time, she's mad at Mark because he's missing certain things. When she
communication.
No, you're right. At that moment when it was just broken up in this episode, what I'm talking about is all those other times when like he was supposed to come to dinner or they were supposed to meet here, meet there, and he's obviously out saving the world. Mm-hmm. But she was like, yo, I'm mad at you because you're not here to meet my mom and all of this stuff. It won't, I'm mad at you because you lied to me. Like, come on, like that's well.
She said that to him, but maybe she said it not, and this might be a thing on her, right? For not telling him that she figured it out. But maybe she didn't say anything because she was waiting for him to say something and hoped that, by putting some pressure on, he would come with it, and he didn't. He just kept it stuck in. But then again, if you understand the laws of superheroes, they're not supposed to reveal their identity. So, there's that.
Or could it be, and I'm just spitballing here, I could be wrong. Sometimes women don't always say the thing that's bothering them, and they argue about something that's not even really what we arguing about.
I'm going to challenge that, and I'm going to say people, because I'm not a woman who's going to hold it back. I'm going to tell you exactly where and why. Okay.
You are the glorious unicorn.
I'm not a unicorn. I'm not a unicorn. I won't say that you're wrong. I won't say that you're wrong, but I don't think that that's a woman thing, because I've definitely experienced men who don't say what they're really mad at.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I think it's okay. I'll throw this caveat out there. My experience has been it's more. I look at all the women in my life, look at all the men in my life. Women are more likely to do it based upon you know what I'm saying? Where so if we having an argument about something. In my mind, we're arguing about what we're arguing about, but it might be a week later, it might be a month later where it comes out that she was actually mad at you for a reason. I mean, A in parentheses, when you were actually arguing about B. You know what I'm saying? In parentheses. Not, you know what I'm saying? And it just come out to
not get into the root of the problem.
Right.
If you don't get to the root of the problem, how can you solve it? And that's why I tell exactly what I'm mad at.
Facts.
We're gonna solve problems, or we're gonna walk away.
Slow clap. You got it. Thank you for that.
Right. And that's why, we tie it back to the whole Mark and Amber thing. It's all about communication. And that's what you wanted from Jump Street. She's like, yo, I just want trust. I've been through it before. If you can't be trustful, then I don't want nothing to do with you. And I think in this particular universe, like the superheroes are probably more outgoing. Like people may know who they are in real life. I'm not sure, but that's how it feels to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But again, we all knew that it wasn't going to last, and we know that somewhere down the line, him and Eve is going to get together, but it's going to be the journey
And
of
do
how it gets there. You know,
Right. They're gonna do it.
hmm
So
we
it's
got
gonna
2 minutes
happen.
left, Chris.
Bad. Okay, we gotta get into Falcon and Winter Soldier, man. We have to.
All
For
right, well,
the
let's just hop back in right now.
boom. All right, bad.
I'll say my thoughts.
Okay, go ahead.
No,
You can save your thoughts. Cool.
I must go ahead.
All right. So all the John Walker hate, I see a lot of that changing right about now, because people was like, "Oh my God, we hate him so much," and then he killed the dude, and this dude ends up. He was one of the reasons the day was saved at the end of the show. You know what I'm saying? So all that. Listen, I was never big. I mean, I was never a fan of his, but like. I think all the hate was like unnecessary, man. I think you had a dude, he was just trying to do right. He was trying, for whatever reason, they decided to have him be the dude to take on the mantle of Captain America. And he's not a super soldier, so that didn't really make much sense. But the only thing he did wrong was kill the dude. He shouldn't have killed the dude. But I mean, he was kind of in shock because his friend got killed. But from the time he was introduced up until right before this episode, every meme was like, yo, dogging him out. He ain't this, he ain't that. For what? It was unnecessary hate. And then he showed his true colors at the end of this joint, and he actually saves some people. So I want to see if it's gonna be hate now. That's what I want to see.
Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna be the same.
I still think he got off lightly though. You know what I'm saying? It's like at the end where he becomes the U.S. agent. Yeah. Like I wish we could have seen more of like him being reinstated or whatever the case may be. But I guess he had like a slight redemption in that moment right there. You know what I'm saying? But Jiggly, what do you think?
Jiggly.
I think that he had a moment of clarity in between all of the serum. I still don't like him. I didn't like him from the jump. I think that he represents something that that we deal with in everyday life, which is that straight white man entitlement. And it was, his character was just like drenched in that shit the whole time. And he went into that, and he went into, you know, holding the mantle of Captain America with that mindset. I always thought he was like, you know, shout out to Goku's god cousin. His name has been Ashy Cap the whole time. He's like an ashy version of Captain America. That's who he was. Ashy Cap.
Ashy Cap.
Call him Ashy Cap and call his homeboy Hodges Token, because he was literally a token. I did not like John Walker the whole time. I'm glad Dora Milaje whooped his ass, and he felt how small and insignificant he really was.
Spectacular ass whooping.
He absolutely lost it, and definitely received a pardon. But again, that's that he got off for something he should have went to jail for. I'm gonna put it like that. So no, I still don't like him, and I hope people continue to hate him.
So let me get this straight though. Let me ask you this question: why is he so? Other than just the fact that he's replacing Captain America, the real Captain America, who was like super dope. Other than that fact, why is it so much hate for him and no real hate for the leader of the red? Was it the Red Hand or whatever?
The Flag Smashers.
Because she was legit trying to. She killed the brother. And then she was trying to blow up a whole like armor truck full of like Congress people or whatever, whoever they were. So like, how come I haven't seen one bit of hate for her? Is it because is it the freckles? Like, what is it about her? I don't understand.
Look like little orphan Annie.
You know, some more. Like, come on. Like, what is it? I don't understand.
I don't think that people hate her character and her story the way that they hate John Walker.
Yeah.
I don't think that he has. And I think that his character is representative of something that we really deal with in everyday life. And I think that's why people sort of like attach those feelings to it. And my feelings that way are definitely attached to it. There's been a lot of congruence in this story, and especially telling like Sam's story as a Black man in America, which is parallel again to Black men in America. And they showed a lot of real aspects of life in that conflict and that juxtaposition. So I think that that's why it was easy for people to just like hate John Walker and not really like. I mean, Carly is she's still a bad guy, but people haven't latched on and be like, "Fuck Carly," you know, the way that they did with him. And I think it's because it looks like real life, and people don't like that shit. I mean, I don't like that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the fact you use juxtaposition. Like that's I like that. Good job on that. I'll be saying that. Like I said it around my friends, like, nigga, look at I just using them big words, nigga. Like, yo, this because you don't know what it means. Don't mean I don't know what it means. But, so bravo for that, man. But yeah, his character, he did have his moments of being problematic, and I agree with you. It's what he represents is more the issue than him actually as a character. He's kind of gotta have a bad guy, even though he won't like. He was complicated. You know what I'm saying?
He's flawed. Very flawed.
Very flawed. You gotta have a bad guy. What did you think, G, about the episode?
Overall, it was a cool episode for the most part. My only gripe that was kind of like I was on the defensive was when Falcon was giving a speech to all of the Congress people, like, yo, you can't call them terrorists or thugs, you know, because the way they look at, you know, you know what I'm saying?
It was a bit much. It was a bit much.
Thug in between, what did he say? Terrorists,
refugees.
Like there's a big step in between refugee and thug. But I feel like they was trying to like pack so much message in that speech.
It was.
Yeah.
It got a little preachy.
It did.
It got a little bit preachy.
Right. That was my one moment. I was like, maybe do that in like in front of a crowd of people, like, you know, in a hearing, but out on the street, like, yeah, Cap. Yeah, Black Cap. You tell him Cap.
Black
he ain't Black
Cap.
Cap. That's Captain America.
I was like, all right. First of all, ain't no dude in the hood gonna say that. Like, man, he sold out. Like, get your sellout ass out of here.
It was definitely cheesy. It felt very very Naruto speech. It felt very like, I'm gonna change the world with my word.
Right.
But words can change the world. That's
right. But I will say that I'm sorry, go ahead.
You said no dude in the hood would say, and I have to say that every time Sam went back to the hood to go talk to Isaiah,
there was like
the hood.
Exactly.
Right.
That's how it is.
The dialogue every time. When he opened the door and he was like, "What you want, Falcon?" Like, that's how niggas answer the door.
Right. It was mad realistic. It was definitely mad realistic. I just think it's dope. And
Go back.
Go ahead. We touched on it a little bit last week. How when Isaiah Bradley, like the original Black Captain America, he was like, you know, no self-respecting Black man would want to be Captain America, and I was just like, yo, like that's wow, because you always gonna have people on both sides of it, and that's what it means to be Black in this country. It's like. Yeah. You know, African American, so you're not African enough to really just be straight everything Africa. You know what I'm saying? But you're not American enough for them to treat you the same. On top of the history of slavery and Jim Crow and all of that foolishness that occurred to us. So it's like, I like this show that it's kind of showing to maybe I say an audience who maybe never saw that. The complexity of being Black in this country, especially if you're Black and you serve, because I can't imagine being in the military and going off to war and having bullets whizzing by my ears and seeing your best friend in the military, seeing him get his head blown off, all in defense of this country, and then you come back and you got certain people looking at you with a side eye or thinking in their mind that you're less than human. Like I might legit like snap, you know what I'm saying, and go postal. Like it's wild, but that's what it means to be, you know, black in this country. So it's like seeing him. I will say this too. I wish that when he got the new Captain America suit from Wakanda, I knew they weren't gonna do it because you know they gotta have the toys and all of that stuff. You know, it's still a
Gotta
business.
market.
Gotta market it. I would have liked his uniform to be darker. I think that would have been dope. You know what I'm saying? It was too bright, too red, white, and blue. I'm getting Apollo Creed from Rocky vibes. It's just like over the top. I'm like, I wish it would have been dark, maybe even all black. I think that would have been dope.
I mean, you know, they was trying to mirror what happened in the comics. So it was like a spitting image of his Captain America costume. You know what I'm saying? I will say that they do a good job as far as like depicting the levels of, you know, what it means to be black. But what got me though, and I'm not gonna lie, I was on the verge of tears, y'all, when the last bit he was talking to Isaiah and they go to the museum, bless you. And he was like, man, you know, some words I'm paraphrasing, but pretty much that, you know, now they will never forget what you did. And I was like, damn, that got me, you know, and I'm surprised Disney took it there with the show. To be honest with you, it's you know, Disney has done some crummy shit back in the day, but this show took it there. And I'm just surprised that they like took a stance on something like this.
Shoot, Walt Disney was a whole racist, a whole racist. But you know what though? I like that part too. And I don't know the actor's name. I forgot the actor's name that played Isaiah Bradley. I don't know if you know it, G, just off the top of your head or whatever.
I'm gonna find that for y'all.
You remember he was on that he played a superhero. I think it was the Mantis. I don't know if you remember that show from the 90s. I want to say it was the Mantis. It might not be. He was definitely a superhero though. Like I told you, I never forget a face. I forget your name, but never forget a face. His acting is very good, and like that moment at the end where he's hugging Sam, and like you can see the tears well up in his eyes. I was like, wow, man, this is. And to see that the statue that they put up of him was so dope because it kind of reminded me of my grandfather. Because my grandfather served, and it's like knowing that, especially if you're an older black, like we see racism now, but it ain't the racism that our grandparents faced.
No, it's not.
That was spitting your face, throwing rocks at you, and I can get away with it, string you up, you know, type racism.
Yeah, somebody gonna come shake my hand. Nobody's filling out a police report type of shit.
Exactly. So just like seeing that, like I can imagine that being my grandfather because he served in the military and he served in like the 50s or something. It was way back. So I know he saw a lot of stuff. Yeah, I ain't cried. Look, it was that one. It was trying to come down, but I was like, nope. I recalled it and it went back up.
No, I took it there. But yo, the man's name is Carl Lumley. Lumley. Yeah, man, but I mean, he's been acting for almost 40 years now. He's 69.
Wow.
I think they put makeup on him though to make him look older though.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think
possibly.
He's old, but I don't think he's that old. See,
that scene was real deep. Because again, it speaks to, you know, that legacy, right, of Black men serving this country and not being treated well and received well by the country they served, and to really kind of like bring it back around to like, in a way, hold you up and give you your rightful due as being a hero. Because if you go and you fight for your country, you are a hero. You're doing something that other people aren't going to do. You're putting yourself between your literal self, your body, between like the enemy, because you know I'm not going to go into this government, but the enemy and your
That's
country.
why I couldn't be in the military. That's I respect them. I respect all of them, but I couldn't.
You're putting yourself, you know, you're essentially shielding your country. You're shielding the people, the space, the land, the things that you care about. and you should be giving your just due. And so in that aspect, it's kind of like a redeeming moment for, you know, Black and brown soldiers. um it was really touching. It was really touching to see. I enjoyed it, and in the watch party last night, like I missed that scene. So when everybody showed up misty eyed, I was like, "What happened?" I rewatched it this morning and was like, "Oh my gosh!" It was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing. Um, Running back around though to Disney, and like Disney kind of like taking it there for this series. It's something that they don't do, but it's also appropriate for the times that we're in. And I would like to see if it's going to be like a shift in how they continue to work and to operate, or if you are kind of pandering or bandwagoning, or maybe you cut it this way for this moment in time, right?
Right.
Because we don't see what you shot, we see what you cut and put together.
Mm-hmm.
So did you cut it to appease, or are you really taking a stand?
Point.
Because they chose to reveal a lot. They chose to get real. That scene from the first episode where Sam was trying to get a loan, and it was like, oh, Black man still can't get a loan, even though you were the fucking Falcon and saved the planet from aliens. Nah, sorry, nigga, you can't get a loan.
Right.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That made
That's
no
that's
sense to
real
me.
life. That's real life. We don't care if you OJ.
Mm.
No, side note, OJ Simpson. White people used to love OJ Simpson.
Oh yeah.
White people used to love. I was watching the
Yeah.
old Naked Gun, like the original joint from like the late '80s, the Naked Gun movie,
Mhm.
and OJ was in it, and all his scenes were hilarious. I was like, wait a minute.
Right.
Then we had the joint. He had the joint in the airport. I think it was an Avis car rental. He had like a bunch of sponsorships. He had isotonic gloves.
The juice, man.
The
People love
juice,
the juice.
they loved him.
Yeah.
And that,
Mhm.
Until they did it.
until they
Right.
snapped off and
Uh-huh.
murdered some people. That's
That was it. All it
crazy.
took.
Crazy.
But overall, regarding this episode, like with the layers that they was, trying to give us, how do you feel about Sharon Carter being the power broker? Was that like a big reveal to y'all, as as some people may try to put it as, or do you think it's going to have a deeper, uh, a deeper connection in the upcoming movies or shows?
It definitely has to carry somewhere. The fact that she got shot and she's still alive and she walked away from that shit, she didn't go to the hospital. She's coming back.
Yeah. So in this age of spoilers, before the episode even premiered Friday, I think Comics Explained had already like put a video up about who the power broker is and blah blah blah. And he used her face on for the thumbnail. I'm like, oh, so it's gonna be her.
I mean, I kind of knew she was before before who was it? Bartok was like, oh, you're the power broker. No, it was Carly. Like, oh, you're like the power broker. I'm like, I kind of figured that she was, though. It wasn't a huge thing, but I do think it's kind of dope that now she's going to be inside of the actual American government doing some nefarious things right there. So I thought that was kind of interesting and see how it plays out. Like I can now I'll be pissed if they did this and then in the other shows or movies, like it just fizzles out. I'm like, so what's the point? All this buildup is going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how it turns out. How do you feel about Bucky?
I got some faith in Marvel. You know, they've been entertaining us with this web that they've been building for, over 10 years. So I think that even if it fizzles out for now, it's gonna come back in some kind of way. They definitely are doing justice.
Okay. How do you feel about Bucky in his episode? Just do.
I feel like they didn't
cry.
I love that Bucky finally feels like he cleaned his slate. I feel like he feels he's got a fresh start and he's finally pushing through. Like he did the work. He took care of himself. Mental health is important. And he's about to go and actually live with the whole Winter Soldier put behind him.
Mm,
I was very proud of Bucky.
Me
okay.
too.
Mm,
Yo,
all right.
to piggyback on what you were saying, JB, about how Marvel has been building this web for like 15 years or whatever. It's a luxury that Marvel has that DC doesn't have, that Image doesn't have. A lot of these other people that make comics or put out, comic book movies and TV shows, you got so much material to pull off, and you can have a payoff in this show now in 2021 that started 10 years ago. And
Yeah.
other shows don't have that luxury. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
like they have to go for broke now. Like everything is now. Just like in Mortal Kombat, some of it felt kind of rushed. You know what I'm saying? It was like before, we don't know when we're going to get our powers, what's going to like trip it off. But all of a sudden, everybody just started getting, they would get into a battle and all of a sudden they got their powers. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't have the luxury of being able to pull from this rich pool of like, content. But
Yeah.
Marvel has been doing it since like what, 2008,
Yeah.
2009 with Iron Man. So,
Right.
that's something there. But what do you think, G?
Yeah. I mean, overall, Marvel has its fingers all up in the pot, and I don't think they're gonna let nobody, chip in no time soon. They're gonna push this thing as long as we consume it all, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I do wonder if they're gonna do a second season of this, or or when we'll see, the new Captain America and the other movies. Will there be another Avengers movie with him as Captain America? Or will there be a Captain America and Bucky show, 2 years down the line? Like, that's what I would like to see. Because I remember with The Mandalorian, when that ended, right away we knew, like, all right, next year we're gonna have the book of Boba Fett that's coming out next year. I'm like,
Mhm.
damn, that's a quick turnaround. But with these Marvel shows, it's just, this is it. They'll be coming back, but we don't know when. So that's my only thing right there.
I think they know when, and they're just not telling us.
Let me ask you this: would your head have exploded if at some point in time, so or maybe like the last scene or one of the last scenes where you had Isaiah Bradley and you had Sam, instead of Sam doing it, what if it was like an old Steve Rogers doing it, and they got old boy to play it? My head would have exploded. I would have been like, oh, really? Really?
So
He makes an appearance in a movie, and in the TV show, you just like,
I would have been excited to see Captain America, but not in that scene.
okay,
I
Same
think
here.
that scene
Same here.
had a certain weight and gravity to it
mm-hmm.
for the reason that it was, honestly, three black men. That was three generations walking in there and like getting their just due. I would have not liked to see Captain America love Steve Rogers, white ass, hand that over like that.
So America.
I liked the way that it was. I
I
liked
feel
it.
you.
Okay,
But would I have loved to see Steve Rogers in any other capacity at any other time during the show? Yes.
that would have been dope, man. I knew
Why
they
do you
weren't gonna
think?
do it, but I think that would have been dope.
Why do you think people love that character so much in the movies, Steve Rogers?
I can tell you exactly why. I can tell you exactly why. Because even though, like we were talking about, what it means to be black in this country, obviously, why white folks love him. America. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you why black people can get behind him too. Because even though he's white, blonde hair, blue eyes, whatever, he, the type of person that he is what America should be. You know what I'm saying? He's a dude. He's definitely the quote unquote invited to the cookout. White dude. He's definitely welcome because he's not gonna be coming from a fake place. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna shake your hand and be calling you a nigga in his head because we know exactly. So like ideally, he represents what not what America is, but what America has the potential to be. So black people don't even got a problem rocking with him because we know what he represents.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta go back to the first movie where somebody told him like, oh, you think you're special? And he was like, nah, I'm just a kid from Brooklyn.
There you go.
Simple. You know what I'm saying?
He says something like that in every movie too. He always got like like in the first Avengers, where they was like jumping out the airplane, like Thor and Loki was like fighting, and the Black Widow was like, "Look, you got to be careful, man. These are like Norse gods. They're practically gods or whatever." She said. She was like, "It's only one God, man," and he don't dress like that. And he just jumps out of an airplane with no parachute. Like it's dope. How can you not respect that? Like that's dope.
Yeah. I agree 100%. He represents what America should be.
Right.
I feel like U.S. agent represents what it is.
Yo, I like that costume though. That takes me back to the comic books from the 90s, man. The U.S. agent uniform.
Yeah. Dark with the slight lighter red, red, white, and blue right here in the middle. I want to see how they're going to roll him into the MCU going forward. You know what I'm saying? Like what's his role going to be coming up? It's Disney Marvel got it on lock, so let's hope they don't mess it up. I do know they're going to bring back the Punisher, but how? I want to see how they do that. That's one of the Netflix, I guess, properties that they're going to retain the same character as the Punisher, but
wait, they're gonna put it on Disney Plus? It can't be on Disney Plus.
It might be on Hulu more than anything.
I think it's gonna be on Hulu.
Yeah. It's got to be. It's got to be. If they keep it in that same realm, or they made this dumb it down slightly, like for like how this series was when. Remember when Sharon Carter was like, she was killing folks in the storage yard. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe they might do the same thing with the Punisher in that realm. I don't know.
I need that grittiness from the Punisher, man.
You know what? You brought her up. I enjoy the fact that she was the one to kill Carly. And that it wasn't Sam's hand, that he didn't have to take her down like that.
Yeah.
When Carly was first introduced, Falcon swooped in and kicked the shit out of her on top of that truck. And while she's a bad guy, and that's what you should do with the bad guys. I did take issue with the fact that he, I'm just thinking about positioning and stuff. He as a black man came in and knocked the shit out of a woman, but also a black woman. And then you flip around to the end of this episode, and where honestly, his whole engagement with Carly, he was always trying to save her a little bit, not in the sense that he could save her from any of the consequences of her actions, but save her in a mental space. He always was trying to care for her. He brought out his VA counseling card and was really trying to get down on her level, and the whole time. And even in death, he protected her body. He sat there until she was gone, and he carried her body out in a manner that was very loving, and it kind of redeemed that moment, but also it just made me feel good that he wasn't the one to have to kill the black girl. That we didn't have to look at that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I do remember she was telling him fight back, fight me, as she was trying, back him down. He was like, I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I guess he was treating her almost like a PTSD victim.
Yeah.
The whole entire time. And that's what I love about it. Because he was like, I know where she's coming from because I've been there. So I want to extend my hand out to her. But no matter what he did, she was not backing down from her beliefs. But he kept trying. He kept trying. He kept trying.
What he was doing, G? De-escalating.
There we go. Bring it back full circle, y'all. Full circle.
I see what you did, Jiggly. I see what you did. De-escalate. Some cops need to learn how to de-escalate situations, man. This is like John Witherspoon said in Friday. They be scared to take an ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. But yo, this was a dope show, man. Yeah, I appreciate you coming on. We appreciate you coming on, Jiggly. Tell the people where they can follow you at.
So you can find me on Instagram and Twitch at Jiggly Senpai 3. Also, please go stop by the Girls Can't Geek page on Instagram. Follow us at Girls Can't Geek. That's where I'm at right now.
So
Cool. And you can follow us at Geek Salad Now on Instagram and also on YouTube. If you like stuff like this, if you like movie breakdown shows, breakdowns, and this general geeky stuff, hit us up, subscribe, like, leave a comment in the section. Let us know what you want to see us review in the future. Thanks for watching. 30 episodes, G. This is like low key a milestone. Not even low key, it's high key a milestone right here.
Yeah, after our little hiatus, man, we came back stronger. So I'm glad that we're getting more people on the train. And thank you again, Jiggly. This was a dope conversation, dope pod. So
had a good time. Y'all cool.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right. Thank you all for watching. Till next time. Peace.
Good show, y'all.
Yeah, that was great.
Thank you.
Y'all cool. I like it.